Okay, thank you all for being here. We're going to first start with an understanding of what are soul relationships. Soul relationships are usually assumed to be romantic, but they're not necessarily that. Soul relationships are those that connect to your heart, connect to your soul, and connect to your spirit. Soul relationships can be business partners, can be parents and children, it could be a friendship, it could be anything that moves you in a certain way and helps you on your soul's journey. It could be a journey that is about producing something. It could be a journey about learning something. It could be a friendship that challenges you. It could be a romantic relationship. It could be a soul relationship is the person who you got divorced from, because that teaches you your greatest lesson. It could be a child that teaches you your greatest lesson. It could be caring for a pet parent that brings up so much in you that puts you on a certain journey or a new journey. It could be a teacher that teaches you the soul lesson that you need to move on. And there are many soul relationships that move you more on the path to what your soul purpose is. And then there's like one relationship, and that is, more than a soul relationship. That is your twin flame, and that is a spiritual stance of energy that where you go through time together. It's a karmic relationship more than anything. But it still might be somebody that you divorced from. It still could be somebody that you're in business with. It could be a lot of things. And it takes a lot of quote-unquote soul searching to find, what is your soul relationship in each lifetime. And it may change in each lifetime. So 11/11, that's why we're doing this on November 11th, is the opening of the spiritual gates, usually representative of twin flames. And so that's why I chose 11/11 to do this workshop and this meditation and eventually channel to talk about those soul relationships and kind of the twin flame. And, you kind of notice a lot when people are twin flames. They really sync. And this concept called entrainment, and they're together, and their energy is together, and they feed off of each other. But regular soul relationships might be that person you hate the most because they gave you the biggest lesson of your life, and you spend that lifetime going, I hate this person, and the lesson is in there. And so how did we get those? Well, some of those we get because it's by agreement. Before we were born with our guides, those guides kind of said to us, okay, you need to learn this lesson this time, maybe, about loyalty or lack of loyalty, okay? And the person is going to teach you that. Let's look at that. Okay. We're going to put you in with this soul relationship. And this person, you're going to hate this person. And you're going to hate this person so much that they're going to teach you your deepest lesson. So sometimes when you're thinking that you hate somebody, you have to kind of look at the lesson in that hatred and what that is giving you. And when somebody is going through that, and many of us who have been divorced kind of understand that type of thing, because that type of separation basically often teaches the biggest lesson. But everybody's lesson is so different. For example, it might be a coworker that teaches you the biggest lesson. It might be a teacher that teaches you the biggest lesson, but it might also be your student that teaches you your biggest lesson, because you're trying to help that person and they come back and it's like, oh, you know, I can't accept that, or challenge you in some way. But there's some challenge in there. So back to 1111 in soulmates. A lot of people get together at 1111, and I know Dave and I celebrate 1111 every night, and we use it as a way of strengthening our marriage, because no matter what we're doing, we come together at 1111 and we kiss and we hug and we talk about, you know, what we necessarily need to talk about from the day. And it is a reminder to connect with your mate, you know, to connect with that relationship and to keep it going, that type of thing. But also on a spiritual level, it represents gates, 1111, and the heavenly gate to ascension. And so 1111 means so much, not just in relationships, but in everything, because it is the opening of the gate to heaven. And if you look at what is going on in the world, it's forgetting about 1111, perhaps, that put us in there, because our world is a reflection of what's happening inside of us. And we more or less need to move what is inside of us to peace, harmony, love, you know, passion, creativity, prosperity, and all of good things, so that the reflection of our world reflects that. And the more people in the world who are open to the gates of 1111, the more people that are open to it, then the world will again be at peace and in harmony and the way we want it to be. Okay. You know, as a senior, we don't control the generation that is coming up. We kind of have to let them go and find their way. So every generation kind of goes through, and a lot of seniors that I'll work with say, we already did all this. You know, we are at peace. We're really at peace. We already did all this. You know, but as teachers, we need to be open, or bring the energy to a point where the new generation will also step through the heavenly gate and have the intention that they want peace, and they want harmony, and they want prosperity, and they want love in the world, and they just don't want negative things. They don't want war, and they don't want adversity. Okay, and we kind of gotta get them to that, and they want to love people and bring people up as opposed to put people down. So anytime you see something out in the world happening, it's usually a reflection of the joint consciousness of what is going on, and it's time to work on the joint consciousness. That's the only way we can change it, and it's the only way we could really have an impact, because we can't physically do it ourselves anymore. You know, I can't just get out there and change the world, you know, in that major impact. But I can change the energy and the opening for the world, and the opening for the generation, and the spiritual path and I can lead in a spiritual path. And that's what's important in 1111. Okay, so we're going to do a meditation. Let Dave start with some gongs and bowls and whatever he does, and then I will jump in with a meditation. He's lighting up here.
Welcome, everybody.
Yeah, this one.
It's too bright. So get yourself
Okay,
in a good,
yeah.
relaxed position.
Get comfortable.
Adjust your pillows if you need. If you're out in listening to us live, maybe lower your lights, get some candles on.
Just sit back. Open your hands.
Just one hold on the other.
Feet on the floor and ground yourself. Take a deep breath. And take a deep breath in and allow that breath to go behind your eyes, into your throat, into your heart, into your solar plexus, into your stomach, and into your belly, and into the base of your spine. And the breath will go down your left leg, and it will go down your right leg. And from the earth, pull up the energy from it through your left leg and through your right leg. It's if you have a straw on each leg, pulling up the red energy. And Dave, can you give us a bass sound, a deep sound that matches that red earth energy? Feel the vibration of the sound and of the color. The color is red. The energy comes from the earth. And the sound is deep in your soul. Deep in your spine. And now we're going to go up, bring the energy in from the divine light, from soul light, from the energy of the universe. And we're going to imagine ourselves with a white light on top of our head. We're bringing that white light again as if we have a straw through our top of our head. And bring the white light behind our eyes, into our throat, into our heart, into the solar plexus, and 2 inches below the belly button, and the color is orange. And Dave, you have a sound a little higher than the bass. Feel the vibration. And feel the color, orange. And let the orange color of the sound pervade through your belly, 2 inches below your belly button, and any healing. And this is the chakra of relationships, so allow any healing that needs to happen. Color is orange, and just spin that orange color throughout your belly, 2 inches below your belly button. And let's let that go. And the white light comes back in the top of your head, behind your eyes, into your throat, and into your solar plexus. And the color is yellow, the color of the sun. It is where your ego is, where the you is. And Dave has the sound of yellow. Listen to the vibration. And this is the vibration of the ego. But your sense of power is here. Your control. Your discipline. Often the yellow chakra and the solar plexus gets in the way of relationships. So think about how you can let it go in order to be in a relationship. You don't have to be in control. Instead, you can be in surrender. And let's let that go. And again, the white light is above you. It's coming into the top of your head, behind your eyes, and coming into the heart chakra. And the color is green. And the sound is... And unless we heal our heart chakra, we cannot connect that with the below your belly, basically where creative relationships are, and controlling, or not controlling, letting go of the ego, and all of those three chakras together: heart, solar plexus, and belly, to bring you in balance in relationship. See the heart open, see the green energy come in, hear the sound as it opens. When our heart is open, the green energy, our arms are pink, which is why hugs are so good. That's the second harmonic of the heart chakra. So for love, we must bring in the green and the pink in balance. And just breathe. Feel how great that is. And if you have trouble opening your heart chakra, just open it for now. And we're going to let that go. And now we're going to go into even the higher octaves, because we're going to bring the light in and bring it behind our eyes into our throat. And the color is blue. It's where communication is. And we need, again, communication with our heart, with our solar plexus, and with our creativity in order to have relationships. We need to communicate. And this blue chakra is the chakra of your throat and your ears, how you hear and how you speak. And let that vibration come into your throat. Often people have blockages here because they don't feel heard, or they are afraid to speak their truth. So think for yourself. Are you heard? And have you spoken your truth? Allow the vibration into your ears and your throat to heal you, both color and sound. Now we're going to let that go and bring in the indigo blue to our third eye. And allow the third eye open. This is where wisdom is, your brain, your connection to spirit. Feel that vibration in your head and throughout your whole body. And let that go. And we will bring in the light, and this time we bring in the violet light through the invisible hole on top of our head. And we surround our whole body in the light and the sound of the violet. Allow your body to heal. Allow your heart to heal. And allow your soul to heal. Take a deep breath. We have a circle of archangels here for healing. And they will bring that energy into the room. Into the state, into the country, into the world, as they stand by to heal. They're saying, I don't want to speak through me, but they're saying that they've been forgotten. Nobody is asking for them. Nobody is asking for healing. Nobody is asking for miracles. Nobody is asking for strength. You are not to forget our names. You are not to forget our names. You are not to forget to command. You are in command of the angelic realm. We are here for your bidding, and you ask not of us. We are an army of healing, an army of love, an army of miracles. And yet you forget to ask, to command, to bring us forth. Bring us forth. It is not prayer. You think a prayer is your request. But command is different. It is when you have the confidence to know this is what you need now. This is what is needed. This person needs a miracle. This person needs healing. The energy of peace needs to be set out into spirit, into your planet. And you know and can how to do this. Bringing forth the light is something each of you have always done. And yet, you forget. You may forget words. You may forget what has happened in the past. You may forget situations, songs, even people. But do not forget the spirit in your heart and in your soul, for it needs no words. It merely needs the energy and light within you. Keeping the energy and light within yourself heals you. Keeping the connection of the relationship. We come before you for your 11:11, for you are forgetting the most important relationship, and that is the relationship between yourself and spirit. The angels and archangels and ascended masters and the divine one itself. You may forget other relationships, but not this, for this is where your soul connects and exists. Only a portion of your soul is on the earth. Only a portion. And so you must connect with the rest of yourself and the divine realm in order to be organic and complete. For without being organic and complete, you make bad decisions. You do not see all of the world. You are not aware of all that can happen and is happening. You must be aware at all times. And that is only aware through your relationship with spirit. For man is flawed. You know this. So the more you listen to the rules of man, the words of man, the creations of man's words, you call it bull of man, the more you listen to the powers of man, the more you listen to the hatred of man, the more you listen to what is not divine, the more off you become. You do not see that divine path. You cannot walk it if you cannot feel it, see it, feel it, hear it, become part of it. And so you listen to the words of man instead of the words of the divine, of the spirit inside you in connection. You must listen, but not of this world. We have told you for decades, do not be of this world, even if you are in the world temporarily. The treasures become from heaven, the treasures of love and peace and harmony and music and creation and healing, which creates in you joy and happiness and harmony and healing. Forget not that you are divine beings. Forget not. And do not listen to those that are not divine in any manner. Your Khazara, your chaos on this planet has come and come again, time and time and time and time again. And here it is now. And yet you open your ears to listen to the chaos. And is that what we, spirit, all spirit, is telling you? I think not. You must discern that which is divine and that which is not. It is the whole task, not part of it. It is the whole complete task. Those that have the spirit in their mouths can be heard without stress, without emotion, with peace, with harmony, in oneness with Mother Earth, with Gaia, with the Divine Father, with Grandfather Sky, with the planet, with all cultures throughout your planet. Your hearts are connected to those who hear spirit as you do. That is a divine relationship and a soul relationship that men, the white men, cannot put under. For it runs through the spirit of the planet, of Mother Earth. It runs through the seas. It runs through the atmosphere of the planet and all planets connected. And this is the big picture. And yet, when anger and fear and degradation and fear of others and those that are different you comes to your planet, your emotions win. They have won. And when the word of the divine spirit, where you have connected your heart and your soul to the spirit above and the spirit beneath your feet, as one planet and one energy of the divine above and the mother below, you will hear and you will love. You will love those they say you should hate. You will love those that are not like you. You will love for one very main reason, and that is you are yourself are divine and made of the light. You will also love because in every generation, I promise you, in every reincarnation and time that you have come back, your skin has been a different color. You have been a different gender. You have been in different parts of the world that you have lived. And all those you call enemies are yourself. You have been every single one. You have been black, white, blue, green, yellow. You have been male, female, and every subgender in between. Don't let those of your planet tell you to hate. When the divine spirit has always told you to love. And love is the only energy and the only answer. And that answer has always been there. It has always come back. It has always been clear. You are one planet, one. And your destiny is to be one, to live as one, to love as one, to be together. You may not see that in your generation. You may doubt what you see. But it is your job to hold the torch in your heart. Hold the torch of love and divine love and soul love. It is your job to hold your soul together of more than anything in this world. For when your body dissipates, when you are gone and your generation is gone and the next generation is gone, it is the light and fire in your soul that will carry on. So there is no not the divine. That which is not divine, remember, is what we call Satan. Satan, Hebrew, that which is not God. When you listen through the filter of, is this God speaking? Is this the divine speaking? Is this the energy of light and creation and love? Your planet will always win. It will come back and survive. For it knows it is divine and it is connected. And beneath every tree There are roots connected in a network of love and healing. And yes, they lose some limbs here and there. They lose ways here and there, but always the planet will heal itself. For it is a divine creation. Your choice is to figure out if you are a divine creation. For if you are a divine creation, your soul will survive. And you need no religions to tell you that. You need no white men, white houses to tell you that. You need no whole countries to tell you that. You need no popes. You need no leaders. You need none of it to tell you that. For it is inside your connection to spirit. Only you are the soul relationship and the divine relationship and the connection to spirit. And only you can tell yourself that. Only you can see that your soul is one, the atom Kama. One atom, one atom, one connection in the complete planet. And so you listen to this chaos and think it is your world instead of your decades of training, decades where you have listened and known that the divine spirit and your connection to that divine spirit is your path, is your way, is the real truth, the real reality. Don't let them control your reality, which is not divine. That which is not divine is evil. And so you may discern truth on your planet very simply to keep asking the question, is this God speaking? Is this the Divine Father speaking? Is this the Divine Mother speaking? Is this the Grandfather of all speaking? Is this the Watcher speaking? Is this the Elohim speaking through? Is this the Elohim? Your ears must only hear that which Spirit says. All else is, as you say, BS. The question you must ask yourself always is not about yourself, not about your state, not about your country, and not even about your planet. It is about humanity. For if you have not grasped the concept of humanity, you cannot grasp the concept of God. You cannot. For thy Father made you, created the first atom, the first molecule, the first spark of light. And if you do not see humanity as divine, as a divine expansion, expression, and statement of the creation, then you are not on track. You cannot see the soul relationship. If you cannot see beyond your body, your needs, if you cannot see humanity, in its ultimate. For why else would you be on the planet Earth? You are part of humanity. It is a soul relationship and a soul lesson. So if you do not support what is best for humanity, then why are you here? If there are others who are not supporting what is best for humanity, for its survival, for its love, for its harmony, for its prosperity, for its growth, why do they exist? That is not the divine purpose. For you were created for love, and thus you beget love. It is a lesson. You beget love because you are love. And that's not necessarily just procreating. You beget love in what you do, in what you create, in what you teach, in what you pass on, in what you show the world, and mostly how your soul is cared for. If you care for your soul with love, and you bring in love for others, you don't get to pick and choose whom to love. And we mean that in a grand scale. The purpose is to love all, to love everyone. If you haven't learned that, then it is time to look back and understand at a deeper level. It's time to go deep. The shallowness of your planet and the landscape of your planet amazes us, and we are not front and center. When spirit is front and center in your consciousness, in all consciousness, there is peace on earth. Always, 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 always. And not for one country, and not for one continent, for all. For all of mankind, all humanity is a creation of the divine spark. To treat it as less than that is to be on the wrong page, on the wrong side. So ask yourself constantly, is this what is best for humanity? Is this always going to help? That includes technology. It includes farming. It includes how you take care of your planet. It includes how you take care of the people. It includes your relationships. It includes your businesses. It includes not just how you treat each other when you have friends, but how do businesses treat each other? How is it? Is everything about selfishness? For that is not the divine spark. This is not what he taught you, what he taught you, what they taught you. It certainly is not about selfishness. Never has been. And yet you have generations ignoring the message It is never about us versus them. It is never about one type versus the other. If you care not for your soul, no one else will care for you. You are your main caretaker. And you must search those souls now and search those hearts now to understand how you can live in this chaos of a world as a divine being. For others have done it. You have plenty of role models to watch, while others have lived in peace and harmony while the chaos was going around them. They have helped the souls, not tried to hurt them. You cannot be fooled by those who do not speak with the divine in their heart and their soul. You may fool yourself, but the truth is you cannot be fooled. It is impossible, for you have listened to Spirit for decades and decades and generations, and you know what you hear. You cannot forget what love is. You cannot forget to open your hearts and your minds and your souls to hear God in every spark, no matter what it is. If God is not in the business, then that business has no business. If God is not in a country, that is not a country for the people, for humanity. How do you not know his way? He has walked among you. He has walked above you and below you and has shown you. You have seen this happen. You have seen when he walked the earth. He was mad when they did not speak divine words. You've seen it. In incarnations, you have seen it. You have seen this in incarnations after incarnations. Stop thinking of yourself as finite and of this just the now. Think of yourself as the forever and part of the forever and the understanding of the forever. Mostly, we ask you to open your hearts again, to feel, to hear, to sense. We ask you to have compassion, for that is what the survival of humanity is. We have shown you examples and sent you saviors and pastors and prophets, and all of them have shown you one thing: compassion. Not one of them that have walked the earth has shown you anything different but compassion. So I ask you, are you showing compassion? Is your soul in compassion? Is your heart in compassion right now? Do not feel powerless, for there will always be power, and those who think power is the most important thing. None of the prophets we have sent you were powerful, exhibited power, demonstrated power other than through their compassion and love. Some have fed people from one fish. Some have walked through fire. Some have moved seas, oceans. Some have prophetesized from mountains. Some have spread love. Some have shown compassion to strangers. All have demonstrated love and compassion. None have said they were the most powerful people in the world. None cared to, for it is not important. Not for the soul, not for your next incarnation, not for the care of your heart and your soul. It's not important. It is important for the generations coming up to see this, to hear it, to understand it, to become it. All of the role models we have sent you became leaders through love. It was never through the written word. It was never through books. It was never through rules. It was never through power. It was never through conquest. It was never, ever, ever for anyone but everyone. It was always through compassion and love. The words of the prophet seem to have been lost. And so we will again bring you a new prophet. We will again bring you more words. But the words are the same, and generation after generation, and incarnations after incarnations. It is love everyone and be compassionate to everyone. What is the question? What is the question? We see you listen to computers more than you listen to what is in your heart and in your soul. You listen to technology. You are even speaking to technology. Heartless and soulless. Make sure you know what you are. For you are divine beings, and all of humanity is. And that's which speaks, which is not divine. The soulless ones are not to be heard, and not to be allowed and permitted, for they are soulless, and humanity is not. You are the soul and the heart. The Divine Father, remember, created humanity to view himself It is written in the Torah that humanity is a reflection of the divine. And when the soulists come in and divert humanity, it is not the divine. So your choice is to choose. Are you soulless or are you divine? For you are the spirit and the soul of the planet. And no one can tell you otherwise. Your mantra now is, I am the spirit and soul of the earth. I am the spirit and the soul of the earth. I am the spirit and the soul of the earth. I am the spirit and the soul of the earth. And I am one with all of humanity. There is no other. For if I harm an other, I harm myself. For I am the soul and the spirit of the earth. I am the archangel Metatron. I thank you this evening for listening with open hearts and open souls. Good evening. Ground your feet. Please. And I would like to say in a minute, allow everybody to place yourselves or other people in the middle of the circle for healing. And you can heal their souls, you can heal their minds, their bodies, or their relationships. And so feel free to express that now. healing energy, love and compassion. I'd like to thank you all for being here this evening. As we close this circle, we do not end it. We bring onside ourselves and to spread to other people healing, health, wisdom, prosperity, strength, love, compassion, passion, joy, happiness, peace, harmony, protection, safety, prosperity, and all good things. And we say amen. We say thank you to the archangel Metatron for bringing forth the wisdom and the channel this evening. And we bless everyone and ask for blessings ourselves and to all of those that we ask for healing. And to this we say amen.
Amen.